wonderful guest that you guys may not be familiar with. He is a pouching clerk. He used to work as a mail processing clerk and letter automation at the plant. And his name is Chris. Chris, thank you so much for joining me on the live. I'm sure you're going to have a really good time with the Postal Besties.
Hello all the postal besties. Hello everybody.
So, we're going to get right into the video. But before we do that, we have to always rep our city. All right?
Yes.
So as you guys can see, we definitely have the Chiefs gear, KC, KC. And for those who are
Whoop,
not
whoop.
with the KC bandwagon, I suggest you to go ahead and get with it, okay? Because we are going to have a three-peat. Three-peat.
That's right.
I'm
That's right.
sorry, Eagles, but three-peat, all right?
Gotta go. You gotta go.
Anyway, Christopher, on today's live stream, I have a series of questions. Now, I know that me and you have known each other for quite some time now as the plant and letter automation. However, you just recently bidded to pouching. So I wanted to actually talk with you more about the position you hold in pouching and exactly what is it? Because even myself, I don't know too much about pouching. So what is your role in as working as a pouching clerk?
Well, a pouching clerk. So we actually hand sort non-machinable packages. So that means that any package that can't be sorted through a Zips, an ATIS, or a Spubs machine will get sent to me. Like say if it's maybe in a cylinder or an oversized package that that can't be read through a machine or anything of that matter, then we'll just sit up there and we have to hand sort it. I mean, it's state by state, it's city by city, and whatever zip code that package says on it, though, we have to actually um, sort it through what actual what the what the start of the zip code is. So if it starts with a one, it'll go on this bin. If it starts with a two, it'll go on this bin, and it goes all the way to nine. But there's only one through nine as far as when it comes to like the whole entire United States of America. And then once all those are sorted, and we actually have it gets a lot of mail in it, then we'll take it over to bags where it's separated in those different type of order, which is like one, two, three, four, five, and then whatever's one, we'll take bin one over to actual we'll take one bin one over, and then we'll just sort it, by the zip code, like it's there as far as like like it'd be like 122 or 123 or 158 or anything like that, and whatever bag it's associated with, that's what bag we throw it in. And once it gets full enough, then we'll take it and we'll sort it through airmail or actual the mail that gets put on the truck though. So I mean, it's not that hard, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of supervision when it comes to something like that though. They expect you to do what you know to do, and it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard, so you can just, kind of do it at your own pace. And that's what I like about it, and the less supervision. So I mean, it's not as it's pretty easy. So
So how important is your role as a pouching clerk? So if it's not done properly, how can it affect the flow of the mail?
yeah, it is very important though, because people want their mail in a timely manner. So therefore, I mean, you need to really you still have to pay attention to what you're doing as well also. But and you just try to get out as quick as you can though, because just like me or you though, we got a package we want to to our house as fast as possibly could that we can. So and that's good. So just and I'll be tired of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So just therefore, just like sort it and get it in the bag and get it where it needs to go. So therefore, hey, people can get their stuff in a timely manner though. So I mean, but at the same time, like I said, it's not hard at all. So it's like a more chill type of position if you really want to go there. It's really chill. So I mean, if somebody just getting tired of what they're doing, they want a more of a chill atmosphere. Pouching is cool. I mean, it's good. So
So I'm going to go back into some background questions. And one of the questions I wanted to ask you is Why did you choose to apply for the Postal Service?
Well, I just thought it was a good job. I didn't know anybody before I became the post service, and my first day, I was just just as nervous as anybody else is. Though different atmosphere and different things that go on, and you don't really know what to expect at all. So I mean, it's good to have friends at the job to where you can relate to, or they can give you certain information on what you can do and what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. So I'm just thankful that I made friends like you, that I was able to spread my wings. So
I like that.
mhm.
Now you could have picked any other craft at the post office. What craft would you have picked?
What craft would I have picked if I worked in the postal service? There's so many different things to do, though, and that's what I like about it. Like, if you have the seniority to actually be able to go out and and get those certain bids that you would like, though, it keeps your actual the energy, there. Because some people, they get too complacent and they just get too tired, but it kind of sucks sometimes when you can't really go over and do what you want to do. But just give it time, though. Just go to a certain position. Like I mean, I was at automation in 2 or 3 for quite some time, and so but then when I got kind of bored of it. I did. I'm not gonna lie. And so, I was like, well, I seen the pouching aspect of, what it consists of by me passing by, or or whatever else. But I'm like, oh, that seemed like something that I would enjoy, though, just to tone down a little bit, and just be able to focus and de-escalate and just be able to do my job in peace and just chill. So sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it may not be. Hey, there's pros and cons to everything. So
So can it be as intense as letter automation when it comes to deadlines?
not really. I mean, it's not really prioritized like it should. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, though. Certain areas or certain aspects of the postal service, are prioritized more, based off the availability of the people that they have to work with, and which is fine. So, but I just try to do what I need to do in order for these people to just get their packages as soon as they possibly can. Just as I would want my own package to get to me as quick as possible. So, I mean, we can only do so much, and just try not to overstress yourself, and just take your time and do it at your pace, whatever you feel is a reasonable pace in order to get your job done. That's all.
Now, as far as the parcels that are in pouching, because during peak season, I worked at the ATIS machine, and I was told that you set the smaller parcels aside for pouching. So, is pouching more so rejects that came from APBS as well as the ATIS machine that can't be pushed through properly?
Yes. I mean, sometimes, the barcode doesn't, sometimes I've been told that the barcode doesn't necessarily match up with what's on the actual address on the package. So, I mean, it just, and yeah, in a sense as well. Also, I agree with you're saying. Yes, they do come to, where my department is. But at the same time, as the fact that, like, some some packages, like I said, they may not have the correct barcode associated with the address, though. So I mean, they do what they need to do at the station to allow me to know, like, hey, what I'm saying, this barcode ain't right. It needs to be reprocessed. So therefore, mail does not get like recycled throughout the postal service, though, because that'll create issues for the customer and more mail for us at the plant as well. So
And how many years of service do you have with the Postal Service?
for 4 years.
And how long were you a P?
And PSCs for less, though. But I was anxious to turn. I really wanted to turn. I want to be a career person. When it came, I was like, oh. Well, at the beginning, though, I was like, I was telling my mom, like, man, like, dang, I want to be career so bad. I want to be career so bad. She's like, hold on, just hold on. It's gonna come when it's supposed to come. And there's some people that have been PSCs for longer, some for shorter, though. But you can't base your career based on everybody else, though. When it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen, though. But just gotta stick in there, because at the same time, we're still getting paid. So I mean, what's there really to complain about? But that's why we're there, to get paid for our work.
So, as a PSC, what was the toughest thing you had to encounter?
I don't know, just being moved a lot. There is a lot of movement that goes along with PSCs as well. Because I mean, they're not the bottom of the totem pole. Everybody needs to be treated equally. At the end of the day. But that's just the that's just your role at the time being. It gets better, but you just gotta just hang in there, and it'll work out. Your time career, you'll be like, oh my goodness, and you'll be flooded with a whole bunch of benefits, and you're gonna be like, okay, this is worth it though. So
I like that.
yeah.
So, when you first started working at the Postal Service, did you have any expectations on how the position would be?
Oh, they tour you throughout the building though when you first get hired, so you can see a lot of things that go on in the building or whatever. But um, did it meet my expectations? I didn't really know what to expect though. I didn't, because this is my first warehouse job at all. I was always been in customer service, so for me to actually just go to the warehouse, and it was a big, very big change for me. But I was sometimes you need a break from the public though. Don't get me wrong. We all need a break at some time in whatever we do. But it was a very big change for me. If you're willing to adapt to that, then that's fine. If you would just want to be in control of your own work ethic, then a plant and working at the postal service, that's good, because you own the control of what you do. What I'm saying? So, and building those relationships and motivating your coworkers as well, also though, whatever aspect that they may be. And just get to know, who you're working with, so things will go smoothly for you, especially if you do have somebody you work with also. But that's a whole different story though.
And we're going to get deep for sure. We're going to get into the nitty gritty part of how the environment is at the plant, because the plant can be draining. And I know people hear from time in and time out how messy it can be. And in a world full of chaos, how do you keep calm and how do you stay on track?
you know, you really have to take time for your own self, as well. In work, outside of work, don't let things really get to you like that. I'm trying to work on that my own self when it comes to me doing what I'm supposed to do at my job. I always try to do what's right, even though I'm not perfect at all, but don't let things get to you. Don't let people get to you. And, just come in, and I encourage people to make friends with the plant. I do, because that will help you actually, with longevity of wanting to stay at your job. Because the relationships that I built while I've been at the plant is really the only reason why I still want to stay there, because I don't want to leave people that I built relationships with. So, I mean, but yeah, don't let things stress you. Don't let the job stress you. Trying to find your own what works for you. And that'll help you. Within your longevity, as far as finding where you fit in at the postal service. And we all got our own tickets to things that we like and we don't like. There's always gonna be things that you like and don't like. But at the same time, like, just find what works best for you. That's all I'm gonna say. And build relationships and friendships as well. So
Did you ever regret coming to the Postal Service?
um I'm not gonna say I regret it though, because it's always been a learning experience, every single time. So I don't regret it at all. I'm blessed because of it, because I have a job. I'm able to pay my bills. And if I was at any other job, people are so quick to let people go nowadays. So I'm just grateful and gracious that the postal service is there, and I have that, and I have our union as well, and they do stand up for us, for what's right for the actual for a federal employee though. So that's a great thing as well. So do I regret it? I don't regret. I don't regret it at all. No.
I'm actually happy we joined the post office during the time and that we did, because we were able to convert. We weren't PSCs for long.
Yeah.
I also am grateful to the fact of the matter is nowadays, when you look at it, a lot of jobs are not hiring as quickly as they once were. Even with the post office, I mean, it was booming in those times where people needed jobs and they were getting it
Especially
easily.
amongst COVID. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
COVID, a lot of people ended up retiring, and then it opened up a lot for a lot of just younger individuals. Though we all get old, so I'm not saying like old people retiring, but I mean, of course, when you get to a certain age, then it's your time to retire, then you live your life. But I mean, it made way for the more younger employees to actually start a career that could possibly potentially be their career for until they decide to retire as well also though. So that's a great thing.
How do you feel about veterans raising hell with the juniors? Because they do. And how do you handle it?
They maybe it's just because of the fact that like the postal service is so much more different than what it used to be when they first got hired though. You know what I'm saying? So they may feel that people are given maybe an easier chance than what they had, but you never know. I'm not sure why that is, but just gravitate to somebody that you can click with. Somebody around your age range. There's so many different age ranges and people that you connect with at the postal service. So um, and I encourage that. That's a great thing because going to work every single day, you have nobody to talk to. It's kind of boring. I don't know, in my opinion. Hello, I post the besties. Uh oh, did I lose her? Uh oh, you still in here, y'all? My name is Chris. I work